Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. I know I like my quick cooker. I probably shouldn't be doing something hot on a summer day, but I decided to do a chili nonetheless because this is my lunch. There's my sweetie, and I wanted to make sure that what I wanted to make today, I couldn't make today because you have to let the quick popsicle maker sit for 24 hours. And it hasn't been in the freezer 24 hours, so I'm going to have to wait till Sunday to do that. But I'm going to do a chili today, and I'm going to tell you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I've got it already, trying to get it hot right now. And let me go ahead and ask or share a broadcast and ask for a share. And then I thank you all for sharing this out and being here for me as well. I do appreciate it. It takes a long time to share it sometimes. It just doesn't want to do it right away. Anyway, there we go. Thank you all for coming in. Wow, look at the people coming in already. Awesome. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, I've put some olive oil in here. And I'm going to put in, what I'm putting in here will be 1/2 cup of onion, 1 red pepper, and 1/3 cup of celery and garlic. And that's what I'm going to put in here and saute this. Let me see. Let me see, I think there's a time. I have to set the time on it too. 3 minutes. I'll set it for 3 minutes. And then go from there. There we go. And you can tell I love my quick cooker. My daughter says, chili on a hot day? Well, I think you can have chili or soup or anything on any day you want. Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold. It tastes good any time of year. And this is vegan too, so this even makes it better yet. Nothing in here is going to hurt me. And everybody else will be wanting to make this too. Hi, Alexis. Wow, you made it in. Yeah, I just started with this. My vegan chili. Making a vegan chili on a hot day. Laura commented and says, Mom, I'm making chili on a hot day? I said, yeah. It's not as hot as it has been. But I love making chili. I love making soup with chili in my quick cooker. Everybody knows I love my quick cooker. And as Alexis calls me, a pro for using this. It's just that I love using it, and it's it's not as hot today as it has been, Alexis. The last couple days, Tuesday and Wednesday, we were almost 100. So we're not even getting in the 80s. So we're not even getting out of the 70s today. So it's a lot cooler than it has been. And I am so glad it was hotter. Tuesday and Wednesday, it was so hot here, you could have fried an egg on the sidewalk. It was that bad. I don't eat eggs, but I couldn't see you welcome. I suppose if I ate eggs, I'd probably try to fry an egg on the sidewalk. It was that bad. It was that hot. I mean, it was miserable, but we're going to be about 78, 79 today, so it isn't quite as bad. And I know you're probably always hot, Alexis. Hi, Missy. Good to see you. Welcome. You're always hot. Yes, it was hot. We got 96 on Tuesday and 97 on Wednesday. That was just a little too hot for me. I mean, I don't mind it 75 and 80 degrees all summer, but when it gets in the 90s, it's 96, 97 degrees, they can keep it. I do not like it. Although, we're in the early part of it, so we're going to get probably more hot days. But right now, we got cool weather coming from the south. So maybe we'll be cool for a while. I'm hoping. Man, I just hate the heat. You know, I don't like it too hot, and I don't like it too cold. I like a happy medium, and that really wasn't a happy medium. It just got too much. Way too much. Now I'm going to follow the directions the way it says. Now I've got parsley here, and I've got, this is what I'm going to use in lieu of meat, but this goes in the very last. It goes back on the sear mode, and I'll put that in there at the very end. But I'm going to follow the directions the way it says. I found this on Pinterest. Welcome to everybody coming in, and thank you for sharing this out. Thank you for inviting your followers. So I don't have to talk to myself. It's no fun talking to myself. Okay, there we go. Now, look at my instructions to see what it says, so I don't add the wrong stuff. Add in the chili powder, paprika, cumin. I don't put cayenne in it, and allspice, and cook until fragrant about 2 minutes. Okay. All right. Add in, okay. How much do I need of chili powder? 4 teaspoons. Okay. I think I got it right here. There it is. That seems like a lot of chili powder, but that's what they say. That's what they'll get. This is going to be a hot thing. Whoa. Chili powder can really spice it up. I could have probably left that much out, but we'll try it. I don't mind chili powder too much. It's okay. All right. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. Smoked paprika. Make sure I get, oh, that's the allspice. There's my smoked paprika. Here it is. I don't want to put the wrong thing in here. Oh, I'm smelling it already. I'm smelling it already, and I'm just getting started. Really, I'm just getting started. So I can smell it already. I'm going to start stirring this around just a little bit. Yeah, it's really going to, wow. I'm going to put some more. I got to put more stuff in here. Make sure I get my cumin and allspice. Okay, chili powder, paprika, cumin, and allspice. Cumin. We know cumin's real good. How much cumin? Okay. 1/4 of a teaspoon. Okay. Everybody knows this is the Pampered Chef adjustable spoon. I love these things. They're really good. Cumin is a real good spice. I've used it so much I had to replenish my supply. And then 1/8 of a teaspoon ground allspice. I was completely out of the allspice, so I had to go and buy this today. So that's why I'm having to take this off. It's clear up at the very end. You don't want to put very much in there. This stuff is potent. There we go. All right, now. Now it says, and till fragrant, about 2 minutes. Oh boy, it's fragrant already, but I'll say what they wanted in 2 minutes. Oh. It's already a little fragrant. Wow. Whee. And this is going to almost deglaze the bottom. It looks like it's burnt on the bottom, but it really won't be. You'll get water put into it later, but the water comes at the very end. And that's when I'll use I put my parsley in, my, let's see, my Beyond Meat. I use a whole package of that. So this will be awesome. This is a different chili. Let's just take the water. Keep those crumbs in the parsley. Okay, the next thing I do when I add all my ingredients, I add everything except this and the water. So I'll put this up here, so make sure I don't add that now. Because that don't get added now, and neither does this. That gets added at the very end, because once the pressure's built up and it cooks down after 10 minutes, then I have to set it back to sear again and put that in there and let it get warm. Thank you for everybody coming in. Wow, this getting the bottom of the pan. It almost looks like it's burning, but it's not really. That's almost enough. I think I'm going to stop this anyway. It's fragrant anyway. Okay, now add all the remaining ingredients except the water. Okay. All right, I'll strip this off. Okay, now I've got to see all the ingredients I need to remain. 1 can of dark red kidney beans. I got to go get that. Here's my dark red kidney beans. And I forgot to drain and rinse them, so I'll have to do that. Let me set this aside for right now. Let me get my thing over here. Drain and rinse them. I forgot to do that ahead of time, but you... I like kidney beans anyway. Okay. You want to rinse these real good. Rinse them real good. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. And then let's see, can of fire roasted diced tomatoes. Now I found them up the size of the diced tomatoes, but I didn't find the size of crushed tomatoes they asked for. They wanted a 14-ounce can, and all they have is 28 ounces. I'm going to have to try to determine what half of the can is. So, and this is the crushed tomatoes. About half the can. Right there. It's hard to determine. They wanted only half the can. Okay, and then let's see. Tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of. Oh, can I get my tomato paste out? I know exactly where that's at. Right with you. Here's my tomato paste, because I've been using this for various different recipes. It calls for 2 tablespoons. Let's see. I had a 2 tablespoon measure. I think I'll just use my big one here. What is this? No, I have the other tablespoon. No, there. I'll just use this. Won't matter. So I'll get that measured out. I wash that anyway. Tomato paste is such a small can. It really is. I'm just going to play it like that. There we go. Alright. Put the lid back on this and put it back in the refrigerator. There we go. And I think I've got everything in there I need. And it's supposed to be salt. 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Of course, that's what I use is sea salt. So, and everybody knows I don't use pepper. And I think that's all for right now. But I got to add the water. Except the water being turned and stir until well combined. Okay. Yeah, what this does, now I've noticed putting this in here is deglazing the bottom of my pot. It's deglazing the bottom of the pot. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this now. Set it for 10 minutes. And then I have to let it gradually or naturally release. I don't release it myself at all. So I'm going to put this on custom time 10 minutes. I made sure I had the seal in there because the other day I didn't have my seal in there. I was doing some corn and didn't have the seal in there. So I had the seal sitting on top of because I had washed it and had it sitting on top of the lid, and I thought, well, I better put that in there so I make sure I have it. Oh, I think I forgot the bay leaves. It's supposed to be put the bay leaves in there. Let me go ahead and stop this. Cancel that, put the bay leaves in there. It's about 2 bay leaves going there right away, so I put them in there now. I just happened to see that. I didn't have my bay leaves in there. Everything else I did. Okay, there we go. Now I can put it back on. Now back to custom again. Time down to 10. There we go. And everything's flat on the top, so there we go. Okay, so how's everybody doing as far as their weather's concerned? Are you guys going beating in all the heat? I mean, we've been pretty bad heat lately. Let me go ahead and throw this away, and I'll be right back. Our heat was extreme on Tuesday and Wednesday. Was really extreme on Tuesday and Wednesday. Terrible. And I'm glad it's cooled down quite a bit. Because like I said, I don't do well in the heat. And those that, you know, it's rough on any senior citizen to have to do well in the heat. I just don't do good. I wish it made 75 or 80 degrees all summer would be fun. Oh, 72. Oh, I'd love to have that, Earlene. You can send that here. I'd love that. Oh, my goodness. That's awesome. I'd love to have 72. Oh, just too much for me, you know. The heat can get extreme. I don't know what that is. What is TVP? I don't know what that is. Oh, 71? Is that my daughter's 71? You guys are comfortable. You guys are nice. I have to have it so hot. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. I just, a few minutes ago before I came in here, I accepted you into the group. So I see that you went up and you asked to be in the group, so I accepted you. Textured vegetable protein? I don't have any. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't like extreme heat. We either have extreme heat or we have extreme cold. So now that we're a decent temperature, hope it stays that way for a while. Gosh, I can't stand real high heat, you know. But you never know. It changes. Oregon is one of these places. Just wait a few minutes and the weather will change. Oh, you use it to make sloppy joes? I don't think I've ever heard of it. I really haven't. So, I don't know. I've never really heard of it. So, but I'm learning something. You guys coming in here, you're helping me. I'm learning a lot. I'm really learning a lot. So that's really good. You know, that I'm really learning from you and you're learning from me. Okay, so I want to make sure I get everything. And then the parsley is the last thing. I stir the parsley in the very last thing. So I just want to make sure I put everything in there. I did. I know it sounds funny to have to put the water in now, but I don't put it in till the very end. This is a little bit different. Chili isn't real thin anyway. It's on the thicker side. So you want to, and what I'm going to do is, this is Beyond Meat. People have heard of this. So I bought some of this, used the whole bag. No, sweetie, I don't get them there. I get them at Winco. I have never seen raw cashews at Walmart, and they don't even have a bulk section. I wish they did. No, I get them at Winco. You might try. There might be different Walmarts. I know, darn it. You could try different places and check to see in your area who might have raw cashews. They've got bags of cashews and they've got cans of cashews at Walmart. You can get cans of cashews, but you've got to make sure they're raw, because they do have roasted and they do have salted. You know, I know it's. I don't like it either, so I have to go to Winco to get my. But you can try. You could try other stores and see if there may be another store that maybe have bulk foods that you can get raw cashews. They're not cheap, but they are better for you. Like I said, you can get them in the cans. You can get unsalted cashews, but there you go. Are they roasted? Because the raw cashews, you don't want them roasted, you don't want them salted, you don't want them anything, just the way they are. No, I don't think they do either. I really don't think they do. Yeah, like Erlene said, you can get them online. Yes, get them online. You know, a lot of people, that's the easy way for me, is just to shop online. And you might be able to get them through Walmart.com, maybe. That's possible. You might be able to get them at a Walmart. I mean, Walmart.com itself, the website, you can buy stuff through it that you can't buy in the store. So I would try the website to see if you can get your cashews, your raw cashews through the website. You might possibly be able to. I really don't know. You can no more than try, and see what you come up with. You never know. I have never tried it because I can get them at Winco, since we have Winco here, which used to be Cub Foods years ago, and now they're Winco Foods. They've been Winco for quite some time. They have a lot of bulk. They have almonds. They have cashews. They have pecans. They have pistachios. They have sesame seeds. They have sunflower seeds. All kinds of flax seeds. Anything you want in bulk, they have it. And it's awesome that you can go there and just bag it yourself, pick as much as you want, and mark the bin number down on your bag. And I try to buy as many cashews as I can, keep them on hand, because with that cheesecake I just made, you need cashews, and it is so freaking good. It was really, really good. I know Alexis was asking me how it tasted. I had it yesterday, and it is awesome. It is really good flavor. Whoever thought that you could make a cheesecake with cashews and not cream cheese? I never did, because I would think, well, when somebody says cheesecake, well, there's cream cheese in it. Not that one, there's not. Is 2 cups of raw cashews. That's what I say, it has to be raw. And then put them in my blender and mixed them up, and blended it real good until I got everything like it's supposed to be, and put it in my springform pan, an 8-inch springform pan with my graham cracker crust. I just kind of put the graham cracker crust together willy-nilly. I didn't really, because it's just for me anyway, but now I've got a recipe for it so I can make it better when I take it for church, for the potluck, or whatever. I'm serving other people with it. I want to have it better. Yeah, good blender or food processor. You can try the Ninja. Now, Alexis has got an old Ninja that she makes her ice cream in. It does a real good job. You can get a good Ninja, or you can get a good, nice food processor. Food processor, if you got a real heavy-duty food processor, Amazon sells them. If you don't want to go through Walmart, go through Amazon. You can look on there to see what they have. I know I'm not going to suggest the Vitamix because you have to have the money to pay for that. But I put mine on payments. I got it through QVC and put it on payments. So that doesn't affect my bank account too awful much. Welcome to everybody coming in, and thank you for coming in and sharing this out. So it didn't affect it too awful much. But you just have to try a few places to see. Well, this darn thing didn't even come to pressure, and it's already counting down. Okay, what's going on here? That's not good. It's counting down, and it didn't even come to pressure. That's not good. That's not good. I wonder if I should cancel it. Should I cancel this, Alexis? Because it didn't even come to pressure, and it's already counting down. Unless it's not supposed to. I don't know. It's supposed to come to pressure, but we'll see. I don't know. It's supposed to be set it for 10 minutes, and it didn't even come to pressure. We'll see. Yeah, I know. It didn't even come to pressure, and it's already counting down. Maybe I should cancel it. It says not to add the water, but I don't think you can do this without water in here. That's what I'm saying. They said to add the water at the very end, but maybe I should have put a little bit of water in it. I put maybe. Yeah, it is. It's on. Yeah, it's on custom. It's on custom. Yeah, it's on custom, and it's set for 10 minutes, but it's counting down, and the button never popped up. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I canceled it. I canceled the sear before I put everything in there because it's not on here right now. I'm hoping I canceled the sear. I think I did. But the thing never popped up. No, I don't think it's stuck. Maybe I should cancel it to see what... Or do you think I should add a little water to it in the bottom? Because it's counting down. Let me go ahead. It's counting down, and it said not to add the water. How much water does it need? A half a cup. Maybe I should have added the water anyway, because you can't really do this without water. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to add the water anyway. It says not to add the water till the very end, but I'm going to add the water now. But it does look like there's liquid in there, and I don't understand why it didn't come to pressure. See, it does look like there's liquid in there, but it didn't come to pressure. I don't know. Go ahead and let me try it again. It looks like there's liquid in here, but it just didn't come to pressure. I wonder if I should start back at 10 or start where it left off, because it was on 7 when I stopped it. Let me see. I've never had this do this before, and it's kind of frustrating. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got a seal in it. Right here's the seal. I wanted to make sure that I had the seal in it, because I had forgotten that before. So I don't know. Now it doesn't want it. Okay. I put it on 10 minutes, and I don't know if I should have it on. If I should put it all the way on 10 minutes when I close it back up, or if I should just put it on 3, because it was on 7 when I stopped it. Oh, so it should be okay. What do you think I should I put it? So should I only put it on 3 minutes then? Was the time that was left? Because it was on 7 minutes left. Or should I make it 7 minutes? Maybe I should just make it 7 minutes left to go. Maybe I'll just put it on 7 because it went down 3 minutes. I'll just put it on 7 and we'll see what it does. I don't know why it didn't come to pressure. Let me try it again. We'll see. I did. No, it didn't. It did not come. No, it didn't come to pressure. So that's what I'm saying. It didn't come to pressure. So I put it back on 7. No. Oh, this is crazy. I've never had it do it. No, the thing of it is, I've never had this do this to me. This is embarrassing. This is the first time this has ever happened to me since I've had this. Hi, good to see you. Yeah, I think you're right, Alexis. I put it on 7 and I can hear it bubbling in there. Oh, it happens to you. Well, I'm glad it happens to everybody else but me, because this is the first time it's ever happened. Normally when I come on Periscope, this thing will come to pressure immediately, and I have no problem. You know, if it doesn't come to pressure and starts counting down, then I don't know what to do. But I didn't want to add the water because it said not to. So I'm going to make sure this comes to pressure. It doesn't seem to be stuck or anything because I've cleaned it real good and everything. So we'll see. We'll see what it's going to do. I don't know what happened, why it didn't come to pressure. Maybe, oh yeah. I know, me too, Earlene. I do too. You know, I would rather it not come to pressure. And I figured out that then I go all the way through the whole thing and it doesn't cook right. You know, it was bubbling when I took the thing off, but it should be coming to pressure, and I don't know why it didn't. Well, now that I took the lid off, it's automatically going to be canceled anyway. Yeah, you're right. I just have to make sure. I don't have the beans in it, but I just have to make sure that. You're probably right. I thought I canceled the sear, but maybe I didn't. You know, that could be the whole thing in the nutshell too. But it won't be on there now because I took the lid off and started all over again. Good to see you. Welcome. You know, that's possible. The sear button wasn't lit up, however, but I guess that's an easy thing to do is to forget to shut the sear off. And I might have done that. I may have forgotten to shut the sear off, and that's why it didn't come to pressure. We'll see what happens now and see if it'll come to pressure. That's kind of embarrassing because it should have been, good to see you too. It should have come to pressure and been cooked by now. But, you know, it is what it is. We all learn. I still love this thing, and I'm not going to change by using it just because it didn't come to pressure. It happens. It happens to the best of us, you know. We all have a little problem getting things to work sometimes. So it's got enough liquid in it with the can of tomatoes and stuff. I thought maybe it was too dry, but it's not. And I don't want to add the water until they say to use it. So, well, I'll make sure that this doesn't start counting down before it, and then it doesn't, and the pressure, because I couldn't understand it. It was counting down and it hadn't come to pressure. And it should certainly come to pressure. So we'll see if it's going to by now. Good to see everybody coming in. I had a little, I've had a little oops, or a little, if you want to call it a little oops, this thing didn't come to pressure, but, you know, I think it'll be okay. Hi, good to see you, welcome. It's only going to take 10 minutes. It was already on 3, so I put it on 7 because it was 7 minutes left. So we'll see what's going to happen here. And this thing is flush. This is flat. I thought maybe that had something to do with it, but no, it's flat. So we'll see. We'll see how this is going to do this time. If it doesn't come to pressure, and it's not counting down, so maybe, hey, it's going to come to pressure. It's coming up. Yes. All right. It could have been maybe, Alexis, it's possible that I didn't cancel the sear. Very possible. Man, yeah, it's starting to come to pressure, so it's going to make it this time. It's going to make it. Yes, 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 yes. One little oops, and we got it corrected. Yeah, woohoo! Yay! I'm so glad because I hate when things don't work right. You know, I hate it because I want to have things work right. You know, and when things don't work right and I come in here, it's a big old oops, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what the heck happened? It's almost all the way to the top. It's almost there. It's not quite there, but it's almost, but I said, oops. You know, if it didn't come up before at all, but it's almost there. So it's going to make it this time because it's popping up. So that's good. Oh, man. That was scary. I thought maybe I did something wrong. I probably did. Didn't turn the sear off. This thing is not hard to use. People like to complain about this thing not working right. Yeah, I know. You wonder, well, what did I do wrong? Why didn't it pop up? You know, why didn't it do what it's supposed to do? But, you know, it's up now. You know, and the thing of it is, people, you know, you got to be patient with it. You really got to be patient with it. Because, you know, it can be human error as much as anything else. You know, we've got to be patient. You know, if you make a mistake, try again, and don't let it get you down. And I didn't let it get me down. I thought I'm going to keep on trying until I get it right. I mean, it's up now, so it's good, you know. And I'm glad, you know. A little oops, but I got the oops done. So, you know, we all make mistakes. I mean, I'm only human after all. You know, if we didn't make mistakes, I think there was something wrong with us, because we're going to make mistakes along the road. You know, the best cooks in the world, and Alexis is better than me, and she still makes mistakes. And you know, that's funny that you can be the best cook in the world and you can still make the biggest mistake ever. You know, that's crazy, but it happens. You make mistakes, and you learn from your mistakes, though. You really do. You know, I'm learning from mine as well as you learn from yours. You know, now I don't understand why it popped back down. Give me a break. I'm just going to let it go, but it went popped back down again. Isn't that funny? Yeah, we sure do. We all learn from our mistakes. It was up, and then it went and popped back down. I've never seen it do that before. I'm not mad at it. I'm just thinking, what is going on with this? I did. Oh, I'm sorry, Alexis. I probably did. Oh, my goodness. Well, I'm just going to let it go. Do you think I should cancel again or just let it go? Because it's on 6 minutes. I hate to start. It just, oh, man. Oh, it was all the way up. It's not all the way down, but it's, oh, man, you know. Okay, keep it. That could be. Yeah, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. It's on 5. I think it's still going to cook anyway. You know, I had some oats one day, some steel-cut oats that, not here on Periscope, but when I was off camera, that I was fixing them for breakfast, and it never came to pressure, but the oats cooked. So I wasn't mad at it. It's something I did. It was human error. Yeah, no pressure. You're right. Without the water, there's not going to be any pressure. I think it'll be fine, too. They don't want you to add the water till the end. So this is different. You know, the pressure is not going to come, be up there as much as we want it to. But I'm going to add it at the end. You know, it's still got enough liquid in it. And I'll put it back on sear, and we'll see what happens. I think it's still going to be fine. I really do. I think it's going to be fine. They said to release the steam naturally, but I don't think there's any steam in it to release. Oh, you know something? Don't be afraid to go live. You know, when I first started going live, I was on maybe 3 to 4 minutes. I was embarrassed to show myself because I didn't like the way I looked. And I would be, you know, I'd start maybe 4 minutes, and then maybe the next day 4 minutes, 30 seconds. And I'd gradually up it And yep. And finally, all of a sudden, I got to, just start out, just go a few minutes at a time. And you know something, just that little bit got me out. Hi, Susan, good to see you. Got me away from being fearful of coming online. And now I do it so much, I can be in here an hour and a half, 2 hours, usually not my cooking scopes, but I got over my fear of being online, of going live. It's hard at first. You just start, if you don't want to go on live for very long, or you don't even want to show your face, they have the audio feature where you can just use audio to start with. Because some have done that. Use audio until you get used to going live, and then as you gradually go on a little bit more, then things will become easier. Because I have never, well, what do you know? At 3 minutes, it just now popped all the way up. Isn't that funny? It's popped all the way up. I'll just leave it anyway. This thing is psycho today. It went down, now it's all the way up for 3 minutes. Well, I guess I'll just leave it go. Anyway, just take it slow. If you want to, like I said, if you want to go live, just go audio. And I've seen Alexis never has, and I never have, but I've seen some that use the audio feature. Just use the audio feature and start that way. And then as you get more confidence, then you build up your confidence. Because let me tell you, the more I went live, even if it was 4 or 5 minutes at a time, the more I went live, my confidence built up. And I thought to myself, well, I don't really care what people think of me. I'm going live anyway, and if they don't like to look at me, they don't have to come in and look. That's the way I felt. So I just kept coming in, and I gradually built up my viewership, and I love it now. I'm not scared a bit. I have always been really scared of speaking in public. This is not really speaking in public. Indirectly it is, because people are listening to me. But they're, hi, Tammy, good to see you. Welcome. They're listening to me, and I know you're there, but it's not like there's an audience that I'm standing in front of. Yes and no. It's kind of indirectly. But don't be afraid to come online and say what you have to say, because people might want to hear what you have to say. You probably have something of value to say or show. Don't be afraid to do that. Because you never know. And people will start coming in your periscopes more and more. You'll build your viewership up. And you're welcome. Because I don't blame you. My daughter doesn't come on, and I don't blame her. She's done a few periscopes, but she's only done it when the weather was bad. They don't show themselves. A lot of people don't want to show themselves, and I can understand that. Well, yes, you still get, you can get nervous. I've kind of got over the nervousness now. It's second nature to me because I've done it so much. I come on every day pretty much, and it's second nature to me, so I don't really let it bother me. So like I said, once you've done it enough, your confidence will start building higher and higher and higher. Yes, I am. Yes, I do. I am confident right now. I'm very confident. Now I'm going to go ahead and cancel this and leave this. I'm going to let this, it's got to go down naturally, so I'll let it go down naturally. Yes, I'm confident now. It took a long time to build up my confidence. A long time. But you have to keep going live. Just keep going and say, well, I can do it. And you can do it. Just tell yourself you can do it, and you can do it. Don't be afraid, because you are going to have crazy people on there. But if you've got decent followers, and I have decent followers, and they're not going to make fun of me. When I first started out, I was a little scared because I had no viewership at all. And I thought, well, I wonder what people are going to think of me. But then I got to thinking, well, it's really what God thinks of me is more important. I don't care what anybody thinks of me, So as I gradually came on more and more, there's Linda. Hi, Linda. Then it became easier. Sugar Drop. She comes on, when she does her cooking scopes, she does them sitting down. And she does a real good job. It's easier for her, and she's not afraid to show herself. She's had problems in the past with people deriding her and making fun of her, but she doesn't let it bother her now. She comes in there, does her cooking scopes. We enjoy watching her, and you're welcome, Linda. And we enjoy watching her, and she sits down doing her her periscopes. I've sat down a few times too. If people don't like it when we sit down, that's their problem, because they don't understand. Sometimes a person has physical situation where you cannot always stand up very long and you have to sit. And that's Linda. She needs to sit, and I appreciate that. I love her periscopes, regardless of whether she's sitting or not, because she does real good. Well, thank you for the super hearts. She does a real good job. I know you can't, Linda, and that's awesome. I mean, I love to watch you nonetheless, because you do a real good job. Because somebody in here was talking about they want to build their confidence up to go live, and I'm trying to explain that if you want to go live, you can use the audio feature to start with, and take it that way. And as you go on a little bit more, then maybe you can start showing your face. A lot of people don't like to show their face because they don't like the way they look. People make fun of them. But I figure, if they don't like you, they don't have to come in. I'm glad we can, because we need some good scopers on here. There's a lot of good scopers on here now. I do appreciate Alexis. I do appreciate Missy Carol. She's Missy Mouse. I appreciate her. I appreciate Linda Sugar Drop. And those that do their cooking scopes, because they're awesome. I love watching their cooking scopes, and they're not vegan, but I go in there and watch them. And I'm vegan. They're not, but they come into mine. So that's awesome. We feed off of each other. We learn from each other. I learn from Alexis. She probably learns from me, because I've learned a few things from her on how to do things that I never did before. Yeah, I do too. I love that. And that's the whole reason for me being here and you being here, because things may go wrong and you help me out, and we help each other along the way. That's what it's all about. If we can't help each other, then what good are we? We shouldn't even be in here if we can't help each other along the way. I like the fact you help me and I help others. I try to keep the drama under control. Although I will be happy to say that I haven't had drama in my scope in several days, and I'm hoping it stays that way. When there's drama in the scopes, and Alexis can get them once in a while, but we try to help along and try to, I know, I have a tendency to talk to trolls, and I'm trying to get out of that habit too, because I want to tear them down so bad, and that's why I like to talk to them, but it's really not good, because they want the attention. So if they come in, you just have to leave them alone. Either report them or just, whatever, or block them, because they want the attention. They think they need that attention, and I love giving it to them, but then I find that's not good either. So I'm learning that if a troll comes into somebody's scope, just report them or block them on my end, You got to do it, because you're going to have those kind of people. Now, the bots, they aren't quite so bad. They are annoying with the fact that they like to repeat your comments. That's bad enough. But it's the trolls that come in and say the things they do, and they're just trolling for I don't know, silly things. They'll come in and they'll ask you to help them find, what can I do about my boyfriend or my girlfriend or something like that. And I'm thinking, what? In a cooking scope, you're asking that? I've had them do that to me too. Want me to give them advice. I says, well, this is not an advice channel. I can't give you advice, Yes, they are. That's the way it is. But Periscope is still a good medium. It's a very good medium. And I'm glad we've got it, because we're able to help each other and, help be there for somebody that really might need it, because you never know what somebody is going through. And that's the thing. They're mean to other people, but yet they don't realize maybe that person has got something in their life that they're having a problem trying to handle. And you got to be so kind to them. Like the one that Alexis has in her scope, and I watched her replay this morning. She's got one in there that just lost her husband recently. Everybody in there were really sorry for her. You've got to feel sorry for her. She's going through a lot right now. And it's hard when you've been with your spouse your whole life, and then all of a sudden he's taken from you. And people will say they're sorry with her, and they'll be there for her and everything, and they want to reach out to her. And it's really wonderful that people are willing to reach out. I watched the Periscope this morning, and I thought that was so nice how people were reaching out to her, and they said they would be there for her. And that's the way it should be. Don't be mean to other people, because you really, hi, good to see you, welcome. because you really don't know what they're going through in their life. Now, I have to let this release naturally once the button goes down. It just popped up a few minutes ago. Yes, we have to support each other, but unfortunately, a lot of people don't support one another. They tear them down versus support them. You can't do that. You can't tear people down. You need to support them. Whatever you do, you need to support them. Because like I said, somebody may be going through something that you don't know anything about, or that they're not willing to tell you because it's bad or something. You know, they're not willing to let you know what they're going through. So you got to be there for them, support them in everything that they do. You're right, it does. And you know something? It takes a lot. Oh, thank you for the super hearts, Kim. It takes a lot more muscles to frown than it does to smile. It takes a lot less to smile. You take that frown that people have and turn it upside down. That's what I'd like to do with some people that are so mean. Take that frown and turn it upside down. I'm thinking, though, the ones that have come in mean are not having a very good life themselves. Maybe they have something wrong in their life that they can't handle, so they don't know how to approach other people, so they go and be mean to them. Yeah, I probably would, Linda, but I did love it. That was awesome. Even though I don't eat chicken, but it sure did look good. That was awesome. I bet it tasted good too. It really did look good. If you're not following Sugar Drop, follow her, because she gives periscopes once in a while. Oh, and by all means, follow Alexis. She's our Pampered Chef consultant. If anybody wants anything in a Pampered Chef catalog, just go to her profile. It's in her. The catalog is in her profile, and you can order from her catalog. I need to order for the HOTM right now. I haven't put it in there yet, but this is what I'm going to use for meat substitute. I think you've heard of this called Beyond Meat. It's all vegan, so I'm going to put that in there. This has to be done after it releases the pressure naturally. Then I put it back on sear and go from there. Oh, thank you so much. But if you're not following Alexis, you're welcome, Alexis. If you're not following Alexis, follow her, because she is the Pampered Chef consultant. And right now there are parties going on. I happen to be an HOTM because Erlene was mentioning it to me, about buying for the HOTM. I have to go in there and do that yet. Robin this week? Okay, I have to order yet, Alexis. I haven't done that. As soon as I get off this Periscope, I'll order. I don't know what I can find. I know I want to get that. One thing that Erlene ordered was the ice cream thing to get it out of your thing and into your container. I know she did order the 2 containers, and I got mine the other day. I'll be anxious to use them. I can't eat ice cream today, though, because I froze my bananas up this morning, so I'll have to wait until Sunday to make any ice cream, because I got to get them frozen first. But anyway, the HOTM, too, is what I belong to, and Erlene does. We have to help the other. There's 6 of us total, and we each, I think, pay $40. 5 of us have to pay $40 for the party. We only have to spend $40. And it's not that much, but I'm hoping I can find $40 worth. So I've got a lot I've bought already. I'm almost gonna as much Pampered Chef stuff as I got. I could almost have a store. You should see my one room. It is full of Pampered Chef stuff. It's crazy. Boxes here, but they're kind of stacked up. I keep the boxes so I know what's in them. But oh, that thing went down already. So now I can go ahead and release this, take this off. All right. Now, I'm going to put this on sear. All right. I start this up. Now I'm going to add my, add in the water and beefless ground. Okay. I'm going to add in half a cup of water. Let me get my, find my measure. I can use this. I can put half a cup of water in this. Okay. Half a cup of water. And then I use these. Okay. Yeah, this really looks good. And then for 3 to 4 minutes. So I'll put this on about 4 minutes. There we go. Yeah, okay, it's gone. So, I can show you if I can pick this up. I don't want to... But you can see already. Wow, look at that. That does look like chili, doesn't it? Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? But once this gets done, then I'm going to stir in the parsley. I've got fresh parsley. Now, I have never heard of minced parsley. So what I did is I took and I chopped this up as fine as I could get it. I had some fresh parsley and chopped it up as fine as I could get it. This will be stirred in at the very last. And this is going to be my lunch. I know it does look good. Even though I had an oops, it did finally come to pressure and it didn't burn it at all. It looks really good. So this will be a recipe I think that we can all make. Even Alexis can make this because she can make it non-vegan. She can put hamburger in it or whatever she wants. You know, you can do whatever you want. You know, to fix it any way you want. Now I have to remember to take these bay leaves out as soon as I get to stir the parsley in there, and I'll have to, before I eat it, I have to take the bay leaves out. Yeah, I know. Yum is right. It's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to take the bay leaf out. See that one bay leaf popped up, and I'll just take it out now so I don't forget. And there's another bay leaf in here somewhere. I'll take it out in a few minutes, but I don't think I need to leave the bay leaves in here much longer. I just got to make sure I don't eat the bay leaf. You do not want to eat these. You don't want to eat these. They're just for flavor. So you got to make sure you take that. I've got another one in here, and I'll make sure I take it out before if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. It's going to be hard to find it. That one popped right up. So maybe the other one I'll pop right up. I just don't want to put it in my bowl. You know, I'll stir in the parsley and remove the other bay leaf as soon as I find it. But this looks freaking awesome. Look at that. Looks freaking awesome. Look at that. Whoa. Doesn't that look so good? Oh my goodness. Looks awesome. You know, I'm really pleased with some of these recipes I've been finding to make. And for those of you that may not have seen my vegan cheesecake, I am going to go and I will get it out of the refrigerator. I've already cut it. I've taken a piece out of it, and I want you to see what it looks like. Now I do keep it covered. I'll pull it back a little bit so you can see what it looks like. Look at that cheesecake. And this has no cream cheese in it. It's got your cashews. Look, there's one piece. Look at that. Look how thick that is. And I just added the blueberries on top before I put it in the freezer. All you do is mix this all up. Oh, it is. It's delicious, let me tell you. It is. It is awesome. It is awesome. I am really happy with it. It was a recipe that Earlene found by accident. So an iMessage on my phone, she messaged it to me one day, and I saw that and I said, "No cream cheese in this," and I want to try it. We kind of like it better than the one with the vegan cream cheese because it's got a better flavor. It's really awesome. I mean, it's amazing how well it tastes. This has only got just a few seconds left to go. I'll have to try to dig that bay leaf out of here. Oh, there it is. I found it. I'm going to get it out of here while I see it. Get it out of there before it pops back down in there. There we go. Now I got the bay leaves out of there. Now I don't have to worry about them anymore. Okay, this is done now. All right, turn this off. Okay, now I'm going to unplug this. I'm going to cancel this. I think I canceled it. Put this. All right. Okay. Now, this, even though I had a little oops and it didn't want to come to pressure right away, it still looks freaking good. I'm going to put this up here so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to stir in the parsley while I've got it here. Put this back because I'm going to eat a piece of my cheesecake for lunch as a dessert. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to stir in the parsley. Oops. There, what do you think? Doesn't that look awesome? Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. What do you think? You know something? They say a good cook always tastes her food. Let me throw this away and let me get a spoon and I'll try it and see what it tastes like. It's gonna be a little hot. I'm gonna. Oh, I know. Tastes like real chili. Okay. All right, Alexis. This tastes like real chili. It is awesome. Just like real chili. Wow. This is awesome. Okay, yeah, Alexis cannot talk back to you because she's driving, so you won't be able to talk to her. So we want her to be safe to get home. But this is awesome. This tastes really good. I could have probably put less chili powder in than I did, but it's still awesome. It's really, really good. It's a little spicy, but it's not too much. Well, you can't eat it because this is good. Because chili normally has some spice to it anyway. But look at that. Oh, man. And somebody said I said I didn't have beans in it. Well, I got kidney beans in here. There's kidney beans in here, not black beans. This is awesome. Look at that. Look at that on the spoon. Yeah, some spice, but not a lot. This got 4 teaspoons of chili powder in it. You know, that's what it called for. So I put that much in there. And it's got cumin. But doesn't this look awesome? Look at that. Wow. Wouldn't you love to have a spoonful of this or a bowl full of this? Wow. Man, I'm going to have a good lunch with this. I really am. When I saw this, I thought, oh man, I want to make this. It really looks really good. And I've never made homemade chili before. This is one recipe I'm going to make again. When I found this on Pinterest, I thought, hey, this is easy enough. I just had to go get the fire roasted tomatoes because I didn't have any. And when it comes to the crushed tomatoes, they don't have 14-ounce cans, so I just try to use half this can, so I'll put the rest in the refrigerator, put it in a container, and use it. When I make it chili again, I'll have the rest of it I can use. You're on your way. But it looks so good. Let me go ahead and take a bowl. Let's see if I got a ladle here. And I'll put some in a bowl. I got to do some dishes again. Oh, put this down so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Wow, what do you think? Oh, isn't that awesome? I'm going to put this back in here. Wow, look at that. She can't answer you back because she's driving home. She can't RSVP comment, so I'm going to put this down here. So I thought I'd tell you that. She's on her way home, so she can't talk back, so you'll just have to talk to her and she can't give you any comments back. So, yeah. Doesn't it though? And it's vegan chili. Look at this. Oh, this is awesome. I gotta try some more. This is so freaking good. Oh, you sent me a comment. Okay, Linda. I thought it was for Alexis. This is so good. This is a chili that I think everybody's going to like. Now you can cut back on the chili powder, the spices if you want to. But I put as much in there as they said. I should have cut back on the chili powder. Could have probably just put a teaspoon in there because 4 teaspoons is a lot. But doesn't it look good? Oh my goodness, this is awesome. I'm going to post this up on my vegan Facebook page. What's in there as long as what's in here and show both of them in my vegan Facebook page. Anybody that's not joined that, it's Karen's Vegan Heaven. Feel free to join that. Kim was just made a member. So feel free, and then feel free to try any of the recipes you see in there. Erlene and I post in there all the time. And feel free to try anything in there that you would want to try, and tweak it to your liking. If there's something in the recipe that you may not like too well, you can maybe substitute it for something else or leave it out. That's what I do. I don't use apple cider vinegar. I use lemon juice instead. So I supplement for a lot of things that I don't care for, or substitute. You can do that, or I just leave them out. Like shiitake mushrooms or cremini mushrooms. I do not like mushrooms in any way. So I leave them out. If it calls for mushrooms in a recipe, I just leave them completely out. Oh, okay. Okay, Linda, let me scroll up. Okay. Okay, I did probably miss your comment. Where was it at? Okay. Susan says spicy. Driving, okay. I gotta see where your comment is. It is good enough to eat, Susan. Oh, yes, I did, Linda. I did see that Indian recipe. I'm not too sure about it because I have never tried it, but I did see it. Yes, I did check it out on YouTube. It's quite different. Not that I eat a lot of Indian food, but I did see it, and I thank you for that. So, it gives me something else. And I appreciate the fact that you looked out for me and found something vegan, because I'm vegan and Erlene's vegan. Even Alexis, she sent both Erlene and I an email this morning with brownies, vegan brownies in the email. And I thought, well, that was awesome. She was thinking about us when she found that brownies. So, there are people out there really thinking about us, and that's when I come in here. I tell people, I know you're not vegan, but you can take anything that's vegan and you can take it and make it, so eat it to your specifications. If you don't want to eat it vegan, and a lot of things I make in here, it doesn't matter if you're vegan or not. You can still eat them, because they're still good anyway. You can just substitute whatever you want to substitute for, This here is really good, just the way the recipe is. This is nice and hot. It's awesome. This is a good recipe, simple to make. Took a little time to cut everything up, but I got everything cut up. It's got red peppers in it. It's got your tomatoes. Let's see, I can tell you what the recipe has in it, in case you're wondering. Of course, I put a tablespoon of olive oil. That's at the bottom for searing. It's got half a cup of onion diced, 1 red pepper diced, and that was fun dicing that up. A third cup of celery, thinly sliced. 1 tablespoon of garlic minced, and I just had 1 great big huge garlic clove, and it might be more than a tablespoon, but I thought, yeah, I can't have too much garlic. I love garlic, so I just put the whole clove in there. Of course, I use my garlic press, of course, and then 4 teaspoons of chili powder, and if you want to cut back on the chili powder, or you want to add more, feel free. 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. The cayenne I left out. I don't want to make it any hotter than it already is. I put in 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground allspice. There's a can of dark kidney beans in here, a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, and part of this can of crushed tomatoes. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste it has in it. Sea salt, pepper I didn't put in there. It's got the 2 bay leaves, a half a cup of water, the bag of the ground thing, and your parsley. That's what it has in it. Very, very easy to make. It's just a little, you have to dice up your vegetables and stuff, but look at that. Wow. That is awesome. This is a chili that I'm going to really love to eat. I mean, I like chili. It may be warm today, but you know something? I don't care. Chili or any kind of soup is good all year round. And don't be afraid to use your quick cooker if you have one, or because this is an Instant Pot recipe, and I set it for the quick cooker. A little oops in the beginning. It didn't want to pressurize, but it finally came to pressure, and it came out really good. But you're going to have those problems, but it absolutely came out good. It's done. There's no problem with it not being done. Oh man, this is awesome. I'm going to have to eat this in a little bit before it gets cold, but don't be afraid to try to make your own foods. That's why Alexis comes in here and makes her own, and Linda makes her stuff. because you know what you're putting in your mouth. You got to know what you're putting in your mouth before you do it. So, because everything that you buy in the store is heavily processed. If you don't take the time to look at the ingredients in the list, you're not going to know what's in there. A lot of the chemicals that are in there, you do not know where they came from. You do not know the components of them or anything like that. That's why I don't want to put anything in my mouth that I don't know what it is, because I have no idea what that consists of. Anything, I will tell you this, anything with carrageenan in it, be careful. Carrageenan is not a very good thing to have in your system. It affects you very badly. So if you find anything with carrageenan, put it back on the shelf. Don't eat anything with carrageenan. That's not good for you. It harms you very, very badly. I don't want anybody getting sick and getting cancer for some of the stuff we're eating. It can happen. That's why I'm vegan, because I feel that it's better for me. I lost a lot of weight by becoming vegan. I was 250 at one time. Now I'm under 200 pounds. And that was a feat for me, because I've always had a hard time losing weight my whole life. But once I became vegan, the pounds just started going off. Not real fast, which you do not want to lose real fast, because you have a tendency to put it back on again if you lose it too fast. I've lost it slow, off and on. It fluctuates a few pounds here and there to go up and back down again. But you've got to be careful what you put in your mouth. I started putting things in my mouth that I shouldn't have. My weight started going up. I says, nope, I can't do that. So now I've got it back down to a happy medium again. We're going to slip up once in a while. We're going to start putting things in our mouth we shouldn't. But I told myself, no, I got to stop that. So be careful what you put in your mouth. Make sure you know what's in your mouth. Because if you can't pronounce the chemicals in the ingredient list, don't put it in your mouth, because you don't know where it came from. It might have a lot of components to that chemicals, because those chemicals have real long clinical names to them. And I can't pronounce them. I look on the chemical list and I'm shaking my head and scratching my head and thinking, what in the world is this? Where did this come from? What does it consist of? I don't know. None of us know what it consists of. But be sure to check your ingredient list all the time. A lot of people don't. And then they wonder why they're sick all the time. So I check the ingredient list. Of course, Alexis, now that she's on Weight Watchers, she's got to be careful what she puts in her mouth anyway. But check your ingredient list. Even if you haven't got a lot of time to do it, your health will be happy for you checking your ingredient list. It'll say thank you. Because you want to have good health. You don't want to have poor health. So it behooves everybody to check your ingredient list before you buy anything, to make sure of the things that are in it. 4 or 5 ingredients in anything is okay. But when you get a long list like this, and you got to go down that list and figure out what each component is and what each chemical is, I can't pronounce them. They're terrible. So you just got to be careful. Be diligent to check your ingredient list every time you go. I do. That's the first thing I do, is I pick the package up and I turn it over and I look at to see what the ingredients are, to make sure that I know what I'm putting in my mouth. Because I'm not going to put anything in my mouth that I know it's going to harm me. Because I don't want to undo everything that I've done, and go back and gain all that weight back again and have to start all over. I'm not accomplishing anything when I do that. Alexa, she's trying to lose weight, although I think she looks good just the way she is. But she feels that she needs to lose weight, and we need to support her in what she does in her Weight Watchers, because it's very hard to lose weight. No matter what you do, it takes a long time. She'll see the pounds eventually melt off. They'll go off, and they did go off for me too, just not as fast as I wanted them to, but that's fine. I didn't want them to go so fast that I'd end up putting them back on anyway, because that's what happened. Yeah, the scale shows, you're right, Linda, the scale shows mostly, absolutely. I hate using scales, but you know something? If you don't get on the scale, you don't know what you weigh. When I first started my vegan, I think your regimen or diet, whatever you want to call it, when I first started, I was afraid to step on the scale. I was afraid to see what I weighed. And when I saw the scale said 250, I said, ugh, that's awful. What am I going to do? So I starting on this vegan lifestyle. I guess it's a lifestyle is what it is. It's a health reformer. Anyway, started on this lifestyle, and I stick to it. It wasn't easy at first, because you're tempted to go back and eat the meat, the cheese, and drink the dairy milk, but I knew that wasn't good for me. So I gave it all up, and I have never looked back on any of it. And I won't either. And Alexis has even used almond milk a few times. Oh, you don't eat much? Well, that's okay, Linda. You have to eat something, though, to maintain your metabolism. But if you feel that you're eating something that maybe you shouldn't, that you're eating too much of, then you need to cut back. You know, I find that if I just eat a breakfast and I eat the lunch that I fix in here, eat that and don't eat supper, I'm fine. That's the only thing. I eat 2 meals a day with no snacking in between, unless I want to eat an orange or some kind of fruit or something, or eat my Jell-O, whatever. It's your metabolism? Yes. Yeah, your metabolism. It's everybody's metabolism is a little bit different. I try to keep my metabolism up. I do walk every day. I get up in the morning, about 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, take a shower, get dressed, and I go out and walk my dogs because they insist upon it. You know, I want to wait until it gets daylight before I go out and walk them. And it's nice and cooler then because it was 50 degrees when I walked this morning. It was nice and pleasant. I had to wear a jacket, but it was nice and pleasant to go out and walk. Nice and cool, and I didn't have to worry. You know, that's how I get my exercise. If you have an exercise bike or whatever you have, or you go to the gym, a gym membership would work too. Just as long as you get some exercise and try to help yourself. That is awesome, Linda. That sounds so good. Cauliflower nachos. You go for it. If you want to try it, go for it. Because healthy snack is better than a snack of something that you shouldn't be eating, like potato chips. Now, I'm guilty of this, I'll tell you that. Potato chips and pretzels, I eat enough of them. But I have to cut back on them. That's not healthy to eat that much of it. If you eat it in moderation, everything in moderation. If you eat it in moderation, you're okay. But don't go whole hog on it and just eat and eat and eat. I do like to eat popcorn. It's very nutritious, so I'll eat quite a bit of that. Sometimes I eat that and can't stop. But you know, you have to have self-control and be able to tell yourself, well, I can only eat so much of this, and I've got to stop. I've got to watch what I do, because you certainly don't want to undo everything you've done. I mean, I don't want to change everything I've done and go back to the way I was, because I don't like the way I was. So I need to stay where I'm at. I want to lose more weight, but it's not going to come off that fast. So I just have to keep at it, tell myself I can do it. And hi, Cheryl, good to see you. Welcome. Here's my chili that I made, my vegan chili. It turned out absolutely delicious in the quick cooker. Awesome. And it tastes good too. Really does. This is my lunch. I'm going to really enjoy this because I love it. It does, doesn't it? I'll probably put some vegan cheese on top too. I can do that. Put some vegan shredded. In fact, I might get some vegan shredded cheese and put on top. Let me go get it. Yeah, I know. I like vegan shredded cheese, and I'm going to try and put this on the top of it. I think this will make it look really good. You can put it in, you know, it doesn't have cheese in it, but why not put cheese on top? You can do anything you want. You make it yours. You can put it on top. I made it with a quick cooker, a Pampered Chef quick cooker. Oh, cornbread. Oh, they have a new program. Alexis is on Weight Watchers. Oh yes, I know they have a point system. I think they've always had the point system, but it may be different the way they do things now. But yeah, somebody said cornbread. I don't happen to have any cornbread, but that would be good. But boy, look at that! Isn't that awesome? This tastes so good. You know, you could take the chili and you can put anything on it you want. Vegan cheese, you can put vegan lettuce on it, whatever you want. It's gonna be awesome. This is going to taste so good. This is my lunch, and I made this because I'm hungry, and I'm going to have to get off here in a few minutes so I can eat this. So I think what I'll do, because I've got dishes to wash afterwards. Oh, good, Olinda. Well, you try it and see how you like it. See if I've never been on Weight Watchers. My daughter and I, several years back, were on Jenny Craig. But that there, Jenny Craig, you've got to eat their food. You've got to buy their food, which can get very expensive. Where Weight Watchers, you can eat anything. You just have a point system. You can only have so much of certain thing. But with Jenny Craig, you couldn't eat any more than what their food says. And some of that food was horrible. My daughter and I can attest to that. It tasted absolutely terrible. We weren't on it very long. We said, forget this. I couldn't afford the food. And I didn't like some of the food anyway. I like to be, I'm one of these kind that I want to eat what I want to eat. I don't want to be told, well, you have to eat a certain thing. You know. Oh, is it? That's awesome. Yeah, you just have to stick to it. Like I said, I've never been on Weight Watchers, but I try. But me being on this vegan lifestyle has helped me lose weight without even going on Weight Watchers or Jetty Craig. So I'm going to continue this lifestyle. Oh, you used it before the point system came out. Yeah, they have points now. And I think that's a good idea, the fact that you don't put too much. You only allowed so many points a day. That way you don't eat too much. Because the whole idea of this is trying to lose weight. And what good does it do if you're going to eat more than what you're allowed to eat, you know? And it's cool that you can measure it. You know, take that app and check and see how many points each thing you're eating, how many points you really are eating. And that's awesome that you can do that. My son and my daughter-in-law and my grandkids are all on Weight Watchers right now. My daughter-in-law and my granddaughter have the app on their phone, and my son tries to follow from the app. He's on Weight Watchers too, and I think that's awesome. You know, it's going to be totally different for him. You know, but you do whatever you need to do to lose the weight. Believe me, once you lose the weight, you feel so much better. I mean, I've lost so much weight that I've had to change my wardrobe and put different clothes on, get smaller clothes. You know, I'm always buying more clothes. I don't know, Linda, since I've never been on it. But maybe the new point system will probably work better for you anyway, Linda. Better than the old program did. But I'm happy that I can come in here and help you guys learn how to eat a little bit better and learn how to make your own foods. That's the most important thing. Don't buy anything in the store that you can't make yourself. Because a lot of the stuff in the store, you can make it yourself if you take the time to do it. That's why I come in here, because making it yourself, you know what you're putting in your mouth before you put it in there, which is a lot better. You know, you don't have to worry. I think I'm going to go because this is going to start getting cold and I need to eat this and I got dishes to do. So with that being said, I hope your night goes well. You have a great and glorious weekend. I won't be coming back in doing a cooking scope until Sunday. So in the meantime, you guys have a marvelous weekend. Take care. God bless. And until we meet again, bye-bye.